When are you going to stop suffering and start living? It's a question I've been asking myself often these days, because the suffering is intense. We can chalk it up to a retrograde or a bad year or some trauma that's unhealed, but at the end of the day, there has to be a way to cut through this suffering, because otherwise we're going to roll around in these external things that have power over us, victim to them. It's him, it's her, it's that thing that happened. It's me, it's the self-loathing, it's my past, it's the trauma, it's the betrayal. It's the world being unjust, it's God being unjust. When is your suffering going to end? I've been asking myself this question, and the answer that keeps downloading is you need to open your channels. You need to become a channel once again for that which is beyond you. Because when you do, you're going to get into your flow and you're going to feel fantastic. It'll be the surfer hitting the wave. It'll be the painter painting that perfect cloud, the singer hitting that note. It'll be you expressing in your art however that shows up. And it'll feel beautiful, like a glove that was made for you. And you'll be reminded of who you really are, the power you hold, the beauty in this life. People tell you this life is love. It's all based in love. And when you're in self-loathing and in frustration and you're not living in alignment and you're suffering, you want to say, fuck you. It's all love. Why am I suffering if it's love? The suffering is happening because you are blocking your gifts from coming out. And that is representing itself in an upset tummy, poor digestion, not being able to sleep properly, depression. All of these states, because you've closed down, are shutting you down. We can blame it on the judgment of others. We can blame it on ourselves. But at the end of the day, we will all suffer unless we were helping the world by being in our authentic selves, by sharing our gifts. And you don't need to share it for other people. You need to share it for you. It doesn't matter if anybody watches or anybody benefits. You need to self-express. Self-expression will cut through your suffering surer than anything else, because the traumas you've experienced, because those people in your lives that have beaten you down emotionally, physically, because of all these external events, you're not going to get past them. They happened. They're part of your history, part of his story. It's a story you're telling yourself, and that story will play over and over and over in your head unless you're writing a new story. Who are you right now? Who am I? Am I the one that's a victim of the betrayal he's experienced? If that's my story, it's very easy to hate myself. It's very easy to not see this world as loving. And how do I rewrite the story? I'm not going to do it on the couch. I'm not going to do it just by absorbing endless YouTube videos or social media clickbait content. I'm going to do it by being me. And while I'm sitting there on the couch, I want to be that person that I think that money is going to make me or fame is going to make me. I want to be there. Put me at the mountaintop, and then I'll be happy, and then I can start living. Your suffering is even a gift in itself, crushing you like coal so that you can become a diamond, getting you to the point where you stop holding it inside of yourselves, which is making you writhe at night. You start letting it out, whatever it is, as unpolished as it is, not for anyone else, but for you. You need to go hit that wave. You need to go paint the cloud. You need to go sing those notes. You need to go write your poetry, write your book, express yourself through video. Whatever it is, your expression is going to cut through your suffering. I know, because I can feel even in these words, my suffering unwinding, the peace opening in my heart, my solar plexus, the area of worthiness. My worthiness has been shot this last year because I haven't been expressing. The rest of the shit's going to happen to you. The trauma, the betrayal, life is going to happen to you. And life is not easy. It's certainly a lot harder if you're not expressing, because then you don't even know who you are. You think you have an idea of who you are, and that space between you and it is your suffering. Don't wait for the money. Don't wait for the opportunity. Don't wait for the relationship. You need to start being you now. The best part is these days, you can do it with a cell phone. You can do it with a piece of paper. You can do it where you stand for no money. It doesn't have to be polished. It doesn't even have to be for anybody else. It shouldn't be. It should be for you. But when you open up your channel to something beyond yourself, you will channel things through your being, through your lens, that will remind you of who you are and your power, and you will love that person. And that self-love will help propel you into happiness, into joy, out of your suffering, out of your depression. But let's not shake our fists and get pissed off at the depression, at the frustration, at the anxiety. These things are indicators, they're symptoms. We have to get to the root cause. What are they telling us? They're telling us you're holding your gifts inside. Because people, when they're shining and they're sharing their gifts and they're being themselves fully, you can see it in their faces. You can see their soul shining. You can see their freaking auras. You can see the magnetism with them. You can see that they love life. And for those people, it's easy for them to express that life is a gift of love here for us. Now, the rest of us on the couch being pissed off that we aren't them, shaking our fists, can get embittered by this. Don't get bitter. Start expressing. Start speaking about your bitterness. Start speaking about your human experience, and let go, and don't recite it, and don't have no, and just flow. And when you do, it will come through you, not from you. And that's when you'll be reminded that you are far more than this flesh and bone. And that's when you'll start to be reminded of the magic in this world. That's where the joy will flow. And that's where you will bless your frustration for getting your ass up off the couch. And if this message is finding you, it's because it is time. This is a message to myself somewhere inside of you. This is a message from yourself back to yourself. But that's another lesson. Start expressing. And that knot inside of you will start easing up. And from there you'll build momentum. And you'll be reminded of who you really are. And once you are, depression, frustration, anxiety, those things will melt away, because you will know the truth that this is a gift of love. I'm here to help you raise your state by raising my own. And if this helps, if any of this resonates, please like the video, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I'm just a guy, but at the end of the day, I'm mostly doing this for myself. So thank you for being here. Good luck out there. This world is crazy. It's only going to get crazier. The way you will face the storm, the way you will face the shadow, the trauma, everything that is bound for us is by stepping into your authentic self. You're not going to do that sitting on a couch. You need to express. So go out there and express in whatever way you can. Good luck, folks. I love you. Thank you for being here. Peace.